Hey there. Thought we'd check in a little bit, shall we? All right, let's ask our angels, saints, ancestors, and spirit guides into our space to provide love and divine messages for our highest and greatest good. We're surrounded in divine white light and love. Thank you. So it is. All right. Queen of Cups, Empress, King of Pentacles. Interesting. So there could be energy coming in, maybe someone with some expertise here that could help you with what you're creating. Help elevate you, actually. Maybe there's a need to expand on what you've been creating, or maybe elevate what you create in some way. I'm getting like there's definitely expertise here. So let's see what we get with this. All right. Like you could even like chart new territory, like chart a different course. 9 of Swords. So I'm getting like maybe there's someone's looking out for you, right? What's this? 9 of Swords, King of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. Maybe someone's feeling like they're in a predicament, feeling like they're surrounded maybe, or there's some sort of like anguish here. King of Swords. This is either someone who is watching to see if what they've shot your way is working, right? Because it's almost like they're protecting you, one of the two. Maybe that circle around you is actually protecting you, not harming you. So we'll see. This could be someone who maybe sees what you're up against, okay? Because they may have a higher vantage point than you. Maybe they know a way around things. Maybe there's something they know you don't. They may be able to help you strategize and plan, right? Maybe you're like, oh, like I've tried everything. I can't seem to break through. There's like this breakthrough. Maybe you've reached like a bit of limitations that you didn't realize you would be dealing with. So maybe this energy might be help you with something that would help with, again, like this growth, this development, this expansion. This could be very lucrative. Whatever they could be pitching your way or recommending, this could be an energy that has like some authority in maybe what the topic is here with the swords. I feel like they had a rough go at it at first, but they eventually got to where they wanted to get to. Maybe they can help you get there too. I feel like someone has advice for you. Someone could be a mentor. Oh my goodness, confirmation of that. Okay, cool. It's so that the student can become the master, yeah. Right? And getting like someone's mastered a skill and they want to share with you or teach you the way. Yeah, I'm getting like somebody wants to teach you the way. So this could be like some sort of like shaman or so. I'm getting like a spirit guide, but maybe a guide in the flesh, okay? Which we have guides and helpers all over the place. I feel like you're it's not that you like you're not trying, right? You may feel a bit fed up, right? Let's see. What's after this Knight of Pentacles? I have Temperance. And then the Hierophant. Huh. Yeah. Okay. So I feel like this is about like balance, right? Maybe there's a need to do a little bit more of something. This also can be like maybe someone has more expertise in this area and you could benefit from them doing that versus you doing it so that you can focus on what you're truly here to do. So there could be something that like, here's an example of this. Say you have a business and there's something that you do that really like racks your brain. Like it's not your specialty. This is your specialty. Okay. And so it would be super helpful if you hired somebody to do the part that makes you rack your brain, right? Like almost like farm out, or even to the point of like delegating or hiring somebody or a service to do something. Okay, I'm getting that if you own your own business, there might be an opportunity for you to come up with a plan to do the things that you could have someone else do for a reasonable fee because your energy is meant to be used in other ways, right? There's a lot more that you could create and do if you weren't doing those like things that help, that like rack your brain, right? Okay, and then I have the Hierophant. This is that wise counsel, okay? This is like being able to like have a deeper impact, right? Than having to worry about all the details of things. Nine of Swords would be, you know, a bit like, it's a lot. I feel like whatever it is, it's a lot. It can be a lot. Sometimes people have people, right? Some people need people, right? So there is this like plan of growth here. So, and there is this like working with others as well. So there could be a need to transition, like, and pivot a bit. Someone could be asking for some sort of expertise here. They could be asking you for expertise in exchange for their expertise, okay? So it could be like, I can help you, you can help me energy. Yeah, and then, because they've got something that they're working on that's really important, that they might need your clarity, your insight, your connection. Remember, I was kind of tapping in earlier on another reading about network, right? So this could be you bringing clarity back to the team, or there's something that like almost illuminates, okay? So like maybe these projects are spiritually led, divinely orchestrated, led, that kind of thing. I do have the temperance here, so that tells me like there's angelic energy involved with this. And then I have the Hierophant, so there's influence here when it comes to that. It's almost like, how are you going to get from here to here, right? And here. Yeah, there's a lot of details in between all that, right? You may need wise counsel in order to know what steps to take. I feel like they're there to guide you on those steps, okay? They need you to really trust, okay? Because this is what you're connected to, all right? Like, you receive the guidance you need, okay? You will know what you need to know when you need to know it. You can trust, right? Like, they're trusting one another, okay? They're listening to the instincts, right? And the signs and the synchronicities. They're like having this deep connection here and understanding. And then there's like applying what, you know, and creating here. Remember we saw that Empress and that King of Pentacles? Yeah, I'm getting this is all tied to that. So you're meant to create something, and you're meant to do it like collectively, collaboratively, work together, work with each other, not against each other. So you're most likely meant to work with others. The Emperor comes out. Yeah, look at. Yeah, I feel like there is like this observance. I feel like someone is sending someone to keep an eye out. Okay. And then we have the Sun. So there's someone who is, you know, very much involved in some sort of project, some sort of initiative, and they're needing expertise. Okay. They also have expertise. So I feel like there's a collaboration here in some way, shape, or form. Or this could be a new boss. This could be, you know, you and the Emperor energy, you reaching a certain level of expertise, you growing and developing. Maybe you're coming up with something new that you're piloting. Maybe you're about to like launch something. Maybe you're creating and designing something here. I feel like the Sun card really is saying like, this is really positive. This is, you know, something that is going to be new too. Like, it's like answering this call. I'm seeing this like spiral. Okay. So it's almost like you can run some ideas by the divine and be able to get direction on how to move forward. It's like you have it's like knock, knock. Who's there? Oh, okay. And then there's this like communication here. So there could be some advice on how to build something, create something so that it's successful, because the Sun also talks about success. Okay, I see the Lovers. All right, I have Justice here. So this Nine of Swords can also represent like a job that you're not happy in and you're feeling like miserable, you're overthinking things, there could be a lot of projection energy that you deal with. And this Knight of Swords can be certainly energy that is either and I feel like it's guidance here. Yeah, because I mean I certainly could pick up on that in another way, but I'm sticking with the guidance. All right, Wheel of Fortune here. Oh yeah, there's something playing out here. There's some sort of like balancing karmic contracts. Yeah, look at the Tower here. The Tower. Okay, so I have Justice, Two of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Three of Cups. Wow, okay. I feel like you're going to get the love, the partnerships that you deserve, okay? You're here to change, right? You're here to change something. All right, I'm getting like, this is fated. When I see the Three of Cups, I think of like the fates, right? And destiny, fate and destiny. I feel like something's fated to come into your energy, and this is something that you're meant to create, and it's your destiny. And I'm getting like, this is you celebrating and connecting with that new network that I kept picking up on. Like, this is you weaving, okay? And co-creating and partnering with those who, you know, have similar desires, interests, vibration as you. So I feel like you're meant to co-create. Okay. And what you're meant to do is like celebrate life. And you might be someone who tends to be very like playful, fun, outgoing, you know, kind of like is dancing like nobody's watching kind of energy. Yeah, I feel like you're here to bring change. The star, the tower, right? I feel like there's something that you're being called to do, and it's really important. It has something to do with like the fall of something, okay? The ending of something. And it's almost like you're either preparing for this, or this is something that you might be doing after the fact or during this. So there's something very important as it relates to your destiny that you're meant to, you know, even do a bit solo, but some of it with others, okay? There could be something that you have to unlock either within or ley line energy. I'm getting a bit of ley line energy here with this. There's a cycle playing out here and it's closing. So there might be something that, you know, it's really important for you to do here, okay? However, I feel like you'll get the clarity you need when you need it. And you're divinely protected. And you've gone through that awakening and, you know, I saw the 9 of Cups. It reminds me of like time to shine, right? Time to shine. Someone's on their way and it's time to shine. I feel like you're all the things that they hope and wish for, vice versa, okay? Like you're both gonna dig each other, okay? Whatever that is. And I feel like right now it's time to rest. It's time for that time out. It's time to connect, okay? It's time to dream, okay? And, you know, follow what you are inspired to follow. Like there's this like, trust and believe what you receive as well. Okay. Don't forget while you're here. I feel like this is like starseed energy, earth angel energy here. Like, you know, there's a calling here. There's learning the karmic lessons and ascending, okay, and moving on to the next cycle and evolving, okay, working with others, co-creating. Balance being restored in the physical and the spiritual here, harmonizing. So, job well done, y'all. Job well done. How awesome. Beautiful. All right. Anything else you want to share? Which one? This one? Okay, we're going to share this one. Okay. Yeah. I'm getting with the Wheel of Fortune, there was like a karmic debt paid or lesson, karmic lesson learned. Okay. All right. Ooh. Happiness, joy, and emotional fulfillment. Okay, they're like, what are you worried about? What are you all worried about over here? Right? Like, you're surrounded in happiness, joy, and emotional fulfillment. Oh, what's this? Oh, this is projected energy. Black magic, spell work, sending negative energy. Okay. King of Swords. I feel like you're unbothered. Continue to transmute this energy. Is that what you're going to say? Yeah. Okay. That's the 9 of Swords energy. Okay. Childhood trauma over here. Someone learned a lesson and healed their childhood trauma. Okay. Or someone is operating from a place of childhood trauma. Okay. They're operating from their wounding. I have an Earth Angel special mission clarifying the Temperance. Very good. Yeah, I feel like these are all, you know, things to work through. You dealing with energy to transmute is nothing new. So Hierophant, okay, and the light worker, healer, empath energy. So, you know, you trust, okay, your connection to spirit. Okay, there's could be some sort of collaboration over here with the fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. Okay. Let's see. Or working with others. Fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. Okay, yeah, I was getting that you are releasing karmic debt. Okay, we have spiritual awakening and ascension here. So someone could be a guide on the spiritual awakening and ascension path here. That could be one of the things that they do. Okay. All right. I feel like it's tied to spiritual gifts, intuition, visions, and dreams. I have justice is playing out for the tower that's playing out elsewhere. Okay. Destruction, sudden change. I feel like on the other side of this tower is abundance, financial stability, and blessings. So I'm getting like soon there will be more awakening. More individuals are going to be awakening. They're going to be going through their justice and tower moments, destruction, and sudden change. So as the matrix starts to reveal itself and crumble down, there'll be more of an uptick of those on the path, okay, awakening to the truth of the actual, their own realities. You know, and that can bring, you know, some flow your way is what I'm getting. Abundance flows to me with ease, right? That kind of energy. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, you are worthy. I am statements. You learned the value of yourself. Self-love. You learned your own self-worth. Congratulations. And now you're attracting what you desire, because what you desire also desires you. And now you're magnetically attracting that. And you're at a high vibration. And because you love yourself, you attract love and abundance in whatever way that is for you. Yeah. I feel like there is something you're going to be called to do. You're going to need to make sure that you read the fine print, of course, and know what you're getting into. All right. Read things carefully. Do your research. Okay. Yeah, I feel like there could be a lack of integrity or immoral behavior here. That could be why, like, the tower's falling. I have 2 towers. All right, 2 towers. Yeah, maybe the matrix that serves man is probably crumbling in some way, shape, or form. And then I have, due to the immoral and unethical behavior, someone could be going to prison, either physical or spiritual prison. That is the star here, the tower. Okay, because they came after a star, a healer, a light worker, an empath. Okay, they're going to have some sort of like drastic ending here, okay, for messing with you and the collective, okay? All right, because this is a collective reading. Yeah, you're divinely protected. If they want to know who protects you, you know who. Okay. I'm also getting this Emperor too is a divine masculine, so they will also be protecting. So will Archangel Michael, which could very much be what we were getting with the King of Swords here. So I feel like anything that is sent your way is handled by Archangel Michael. Okay, as far as this is concerned. All right, so confirmation of that. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Thank you. Okay, like very... That's why I was kind of getting like this Nine of Swords. It's almost like you're surrounded, but you're almost surrounded in protection. Okay, because I have like protection, 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 and that is adding up to the number 3. So if you see 333 a lot, I would say that that would be confirmation for you. All right, well, this was super fun. I hope you guys liked the reading. I'm gonna leave it here. I feel like, you know what's going on behind the scenes. You know what's up. All right, I'm just confirming it for you. Right, and things be playing out over here. I think you guys have a lot to be proud of. Continue. Okay, continue that push. All right. I know the energy's been woo-wee. Ay, hang in there. Sending you all kinds of love. I'll see you on the next reading. Bye now.